welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time. Victoria 3 and a Great Qing run. Started in 1.9.6, but currently being played at 1.9.7. We're mainly looking... We're in the phase of the game where we're trying to make the line go up, pretty much. The other thing I suppose I could be doing is starting to integrate our puppets. So we can expand the GDP in that way. That would also allow us to start forcing our welfare into the regions, into various regions that may or may not have more rubber for us. So I'm going to take the most rebellious of our large subjects. So that looks to be Persia. Vietnam is not far behind, but Burma, not Persia. Leave this one. And then go ahead and integrate you, I think. And I'm approaching with the go big approach. Just quickly beat them down. Tragedy in the commons. Plus 10. Just take plus 10. We can see the private economy is deciding, yeah, you know those cars you made? Yeah, you didn't queue up enough. Need more. We've heard there's basically infinite world demand for that, so that doesn't surprise me. Don't want to go too ham because I think it's compression. Actually, we'll probably dash for the compression engine or ignition next. So we get the diesel engines and mass production for the automobile industries. I'm going to tell you no. Just past conveyor belts. I'm not too worried about conveyor belts. Well, if no one comes to help them, this should be a nice, easy, quick war. Oh, and I do need to expand the construction, because the construction queue is full. Search for unemployed. At top. You have another 50 construction sectors. In the places with the most unemployment. Unlike before, the construction sector is not the best source of vague employment, but because they only provide 1,000 people now, almost for 1,000 each. But to be fair, that is 50,000 people we're going to employ fairly quickly, and arguably fairly cheaply. Top-down management, 15%. Fair. Helped a little bit with the construction sectors. We'll give it a couple weeks, and if that's not enough, we'll add a few more. And yes, 50 was a few. Nope, definitely looks like we want some more. Another 50 construction sectors then. I'm still working on the electrification. The cost decrease on these make these a lot quicker to build, but they're still not. Well, still when you're as large as China, you need a lot. A lot. There we go, we annexed Burma. We're just going to go ahead and say those are going to get incorporated. They're all going to get, if they don't have a railway, they're going to get a railway. And if they don't have a power plant, they're going to get a power plant. And then I'm going to go change the PMs as much as I can. Some of them won't be changeable, but we'll try. We are probably coming up very quickly on the point where I'm going to head and start turning the labor-saving PMs on. But we're not quite there yet. Oh, we inherited some sugar plantations. That's nice. And of course we inherited some rubber plantations, that's real good. Subsidize that. Oops. Not the foreign stuff, the local stuff, please. Textiles, electric sewing where you can. Craftsman elsewhere. Mechanized, precision, crystal glass, because we don't yet have plastics, that's the next one. Wherever you can. I guess everything's on electric it can be. Okay, so that's the PMs for the moment. As soon as those first three are done, we'll go ahead and re-attempt the PMs. Because that's the electric in those three states. Rubber baron, we need more rubber, yes. And no, I can't get more from those places, okay. Do I want to come help you against Russia? We'd definitely be bringing a lot more men. I probably don't want that war goal specifically, but say no to that war goal. For the moment, who's helping Russia? No one. No one's come to help Russia. Okay. What is Russia using for its army? That's not quite the answer I'm looking for. Give me bigger barracks, we got some infantry. Are they're still, in some cases, on line infantry? Okay. Just an awkward mix of troop types, are they? Yeah, they're an awkward type. Awkward mix of true foes. Okay, I think there's a decent possibility we can beat the Russians. Okay, don't want any of those. We'd go for a conquer state. Sadly, we don't have direct land connection to Baku. We don't have Persia this run. Otherwise, I'd go for Baku. Might go for that little naval one. It's not a lot of me. Something easy to ask for. Something easy that if we get into the war, we can at least make sure we get. War goes spicy. As Russia gets some help now that they've actually got a fight, then they might not win. Still looks like this is probably a fight we've got a decent chance of winning. It says healthcare up to 2, social security up to 4. Social security in 50 weeks will go up to its final level 5. Multiple payments are up, and also we are slowly driving down unemployment. There. Yeah, that was the last dash, I assume, with the jump there. It's only showing me. Yeah, it's showing me a year. Okay, so these come every like 52 weeks. So that's we don't see the last jump. That's what's going on there, that level. There's glassware. So to swap over to glassware, it's going to say that I need 24,000 things of oil. Do I have 24,000 things of oil available-ish in the market? No, not quite. Though it does look like the worldwide economy will give that to me if we give it enough time. So we can do it, start applying it. We can't apply it all, but we can start applying it. Let's do the Russian nation. It'll be a little bit ahead of time, but we do have advanced research 3 here, reducing it by 15%. Actually, check on this one, then we can bring the toolhead up and see what the. So we're missing 5 from error 4. We're getting 15% decrease on that 5 modifier. Definitely pass on pneumatic tool. There's a couple in here, like those two. We're definitely going to pass on. We're going to let them spread to us. Definitely going to let that spread to us. So it comes down to do I want pneumatic tools and radio or compression ignition. I think the answer is I do want compression ignition enough. Then we'll do it first. And then we'll start the partial conversion on EU. Be pretty aggressive with the conversion. Just do like first like 5 here. Give it a couple weeks for that to set in. Euro is high, and then more import swap to importing it. See how quickly the price comes back down. Oop. Ah! That change happened. That was going to happen eventually. Can we make a civil government that just Bougie? Yeah, I'm gonna kick someone out. Scholar officials is up, the presumable one to kick out. Yeah. We might have some interesting governments we can now form now that we're at a different primary. I was hoping oil price would come down a little bit more than that, but that's probably fine somehow. Let's also drop a couple taxes. I want a little bit of authority to do some decrees. A little bit with the construction efficiency modifier there. Turn of the century, apparently. End of the 19th? That was like 8 years ago, man. Massive ferry wheels have encircled Beijing for its pawns, fireworks, the new weir, casino across the great city. With the old to the new century. It's 5% legitimacy, cool. Oh, that was maybe an event associated with the fact that I can now have the Grand Expedition, or Exhibition here. Or, no, that was, La Belle Époque. Interesting. Political agitation. Oh, there's the Boxer Rebellion kicking off. Time runs out, we get the Qing and the Han, or the Mandate of Heaven. Okay, so I need to get my homelands back. That might cause them other problems, but we'll try doing that as soon as this war is over. We become obsessed with fine art. Yeah, we'll just accept that. So, successfully conclude the Boxer Rebellion. Okay, so that should be easy enough to do the first one there. Unlikely to actually stump out monarchialism, but it's fine. Yeah, man, we're currently at war with the Russians. Bolt actions. It's more oil consumption, I assume. Oh, oil demand dropped a lot. Though maybe not enough to want to do more plastics right away. Okay, so what do we need to actually progress this towards winning? Just need to do that with naval landing. Okay. Take the extra 40. Mountain suppression in those 3. We actually finished those. Almost. Okay. We'll continue doing mountain suppression in them. And accelerate the one we're still working in. We'll put a road maintenance there. Okay, with that, I should have enough things swap all the PMs everywhere. The electrical ones. Okay, I'm going to splurge, and we're going to do the electric ones as well there. Railways, yep. Okay, now we can go ahead and revisit electrical demand. So Shaanxi apparently has the most, but it's actually got 76 in queue. It has actually risen to probably wanting 88. Let's go ahead and raise it up to 88. You're going to want 22. You're going to want 18. 18. 17. Nope, apparently your electrical demand decreased a little bit. Okay. I can unqueue them. I did turn on the last of the stuff I want to electrify at this point, so it's just... This is probably the last of the demand, other than industry expansions. Oops. There is still a little bit of expansion in here over what we had queued from before. Now, some of this might be a couple of new states in here. Let's see when we get down to those states. Yeah, one of them needed a little bit. Okay. Well, that cycle. What we're probably going to do to get these two back is I think we can probably just buy them back. I don't need to attack people to get them back. Control the objective. So yeah, we just have to be patient here, and Russia will go ahead and lose the war. We do have our units on attacking just to put pressure on the Russians, make them a little bit more interested in losing. And we do have a fleet going out to interdict their navy. Interdict their exports. There's commercialized agriculture. So I think that's the last law change I probably want to do, or at least I'm incentivized to do. Could try to go to no migration controls, but... yeah, let's not poke the bear a little too much. Could bring the army, apparently. Bring in the Confucians a bit. I doubt we're going to get a stable government with trade unions. As much as I want anarchy to rule, apparently not in the cards right now. Yeah, okay. And with that, that opens up wanting to do a lot more with the agriculture. And I suppose the IGs haven't necessarily swung around yet. We might see a little bit of shift in their relative power. Commercialized in play. Oh dear, why do you hate me? I need to diplomacy with you, so I'm not particularly appreciative of you hating me. see the effect that I think the healthcare and the welfare are having on our standard of living. Going up pretty steeply. If anything, it's doing a better job of line go up than the GDP is right now. Still have, yeah, those trade centers. Let's push the trade centers down. We don't need them right now. Well, I want the electrification more than we want the trade centers. That's basically what's going on, so we keep those to the end. Though maybe more trade capacity would not be a bad idea with the desire to import more oil. Though, do I have domestic sources of oil? I haven't tapped. I do. Okay. I'll put those in the queue as well. Yeah, there's not a lot of domestic oil, but we'll go ahead and cap or set it up. Well, I need more construction expansion. Whoops. Ceiling queue has been a little full for a while. Oh, we got a fleet giving us issues. I think that Russian fleet's probably out of date, so we'll go ahead and try to send it to the bottom. Oh, it's also only one boat, so yeah, it's definitely going to the bottom. Okay, so that's the Social Security maxing out. Oh, you need to be an interceptor, you're going to catch them. Instead of trying to raid them in our waters. Yeah, there's not going to be very many Russian boats in South China Sea. There we go. And chase them off. Oh, I should probably send some guys over to help Nicaragua. Yeah. May need to actually build some more bureaucracy to... Oh no, I probably have just enough to get the last institution level here. Well, I may still want to do a quick check. Let's do a quick check. How is the taxation capacity looking? Yep, due to population growth, China does need some more. Okay. Those don't take very long to build, so we'll just get a little bit more tax revenue for it. Oh, and apparently I need even more construction sectors. Okay. In fact, I may soon have so many construction sectors I'll be running out of good places to put them. I have to start putting them in bad places. Hey, Russia, are you willing to surrender yet? No, they're not. They're willing to take white peace, but that's not what we want. Moderate authoritarian. Take you. Promote you a couple times. Make sure we got enough admiral levels to support that fleet. Oh, we're positive revenue again. That's good to see. Okay, well, we've hit the point where unemployment. We'll go ahead and we'll just build those 3 up. Go ahead and run out of places that actually really, well, we're going to run out of places that have space for construction sectors that don't also have full construction sectors. So next we'll have to search by peasants, build highest to lowest peasants. But yeah, looking at the diplomacy with the Portuguese, could I just go ahead and draw from this treaty? Or can I renegotiate it so you don't have... Yeah, can't renegotiate that one. Suppose I could just ask for it back. After treaty. Can I have Macau back? Like, they're really opposed to it, but, you know, they're going to be opposed to, like, everything. Take on your debt, give you some trade privileges, make up for the fact you don't have a specialized trading location. Show off the fact that the Chinese are rich, like 5,000 a month. Or 5,000 a week. Ask for an obligation, send the proposal. Yeah. Okay, then I need to do roughly the same to the French. We're gonna draft a treaty. I want you to give me state transfer. Hong Kong. I open up my proverbial pocketbook and give you like 5k. How much can I get from this? 79. Is that like gonna be like 10k a week? Yeah, 10k a week will do it. I give them military assistance, give them investment rights. Do you want any goods? I want some man at wars. I don't really want to give you man at wars. Maybe the other way around. Do you want to give me any goods? Artillery. No. Okay. So can't quite do that. Let's see if we can renegotiate a different treaty. Okay, that one's no longer binding. That's me getting investment rights, so we want to keep that one going. This one's no longer binding, so in theory that's the treaty port. And we got this convention down here. So let's actually pull into this one. Gives me some more stuff that I can go ahead and try to trade to the French for our Hong Kong back. Investment rights, trade privileges. They want to give me military assistance, so we'll take that. Give them, what was it, 10k? 67% chance. How many goods they wanted? Size of the man of war? No. The man of war is only like 2, so that's not worth... well, the artillery. They want to send us artillery, we'll accept that. Okay, 72% chance. They might say no. Enlightened despot. No, it said no. Okay. No, actually, let's bring up the treaty again. Let's just hit the reset button. Is that all? We'll back out. And then we'll try renegotiating this one. So I'm going to renegotiate it, because that's got our... Okay, can you give me my state back? Hong Kong. No, they want to do that in a renegotiation. Of course, I can pull out of this, and then we can try and reoffer them the defensive pact. Let's do that path. So they want the defensive pact, investment rights, military access, or military assistance, trade privileges. I want my state of Hong Kong back. And I am still willing to give you the 10k a week. Okay, should accept that. There we go. Box Rebellion complete. Mandate of Heaven. May the Emperor reign for 10,000 years. Gain a bunch of loyalists. Boost 20% state penalties from turmoil. Okay. So both of these is 20% more Han. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, so to remove the fragile unity, all we have to do is stamp up monarchalism, which is unlikely to happen. Okay, I think it's coming up in time to revisit the electrification. Make sure that we've got enough electrification assigned everywhere. Also, just more construction sectors. So once again, have we done all the unemployment people? Yes. So based on not job seeker peasants. Highest peasants, the lowest peasants. It's going to be the next best one. And that's the next best one. And then electrification next. Based on shortage balance, so you've got the biggest shortage, like 44 you need. You want another 10, you had 2 queued up, so we'll queue up the difference. 6, 5, 5, okay. That's looking about right. Okay. We now have Christian ones, so Christian pops, so we could technically get the Heavenly Kingdom to kick off. If turmoil gets too high, which turmoil isn't because our loyalty is really high. Okay. So we just need to keep loyalty high and we won't have that problem. Okay, we got a new state. Urban centers. You don't have the ability to electrify, so we'll put in gas for the moment. Manor houses only. Gold mines, yes. No rail support. Well, granted, we'll probably come back and fix the rail support in a bit. Steam powered. Subsidized. Illinois subsistence fishing villages. Port on the best one, cool. Railway. We want steam and steel. And you are going to need a little bit of electricity to get going. So we'll put that at the front of the queue. And start developing you, and you have a bunch of turmoil. So can I drop a tax? We'll drop the fruit tax. Road maintenance. Russian. Get you building at a decent pace, hopefully. Well, trying. We're trying to get to build a decent pace. Okay, so there's the queue most of the way built. What do we want to work on next? Groceries? Groceries. Well, or... yeah, groceries. So grocery-wise, I have local demand for basically 30,000 groceries. So 100 is 15,000, so we want 200 food factories, basically. It's unemployed, high to low. Do something like that. And of course we need more construction sectors. Crop growth is up, that's good to see. Standard of living's real up. GDP is up to 1.5. So this is going to sort by peasants, highest to lowest. Another 50 of these in the queue. Yeah, we are very rapidly coming to the point where I want to start applying the automation. Down to 5.7 million and probably declining. Is that we can't get a graph of the unemployed? I'd like to see that actually, how that's gone over the entire game. Hopefully the turmoil in here is falling in these states. As much as they don't want to be part of our country, they are a part of our country, and they're going to have to learn to deal with it. I may need more construction. Yeah, if it's sitting around like positive, it's definitely more construction time. Okay. Another 50. And yeah, we're even running into the places where we have surplus peasants who turn into construction workers. So beaver saving is on the horizon. Apparently I just got the achievement, Be Prepared. There's Zeppelins, more market access pricing, it's always nice. And that does have change up for my skyscraper. So we can do the airship morning. Plus 10 prestige. Not a big difference. And we'll accept the government administration, so the trade advantage. So none of those groceries have finished yet? Either I just have that much demand for groceries. Yeah, we barely moved the number. Favorite party. Yeah, don't do that, vote Brazilians. Okay, what do I want to put on the queue after the groceries? Well, we're not going to do groceries again right after groceries. We got 4.1 shortage on Merchant Marine, with another 3.6, 3.7 coming in through the trade centers. So, definitely Merchant Marine. 20 each. So it's about 8,000 each. So we divide by 2, that's 4,000. Drop a 0, that's 400. So we need about 400 port levels. Now, luckily these only employ 1,000 each. But in a way, they'll be pretty good for reducing unemployment anyway. So we're going to build 100 ports there, 50 there, and 50 there. That's only 200,000 people we're going to employ, but 200,000 people we're going to employ. Give some friends. Sure. Make the rebels more loyal, or make the industrialists more loyal. Beijing Metro. Get prestige instead of throughput. I would not be surprised if the Beijing Metro or the Beijing Urban Center does not need to produce more stuff. Yeah, minimum price on the transport, minimum price on the services. Doesn't need to make more stuff. I'm subsidizing it to get the people employed there. And we've actually run out of workers here. So yeah, we're definitely at the point where it is time to start putting the labor-saving PMs in. Probably do the ones at the mine first, mine level. So we'll go ahead and do the engines. Steam Donkey, Steam Donkey, Steam Donkey. We're not going to do oil. We're going to do Steam Donkey instead of chainsaws. I'll let it kick in for a week or two. So generate some unemployed there. And, oh, actually, we've got 2.4 million here, so we didn't necessarily have a lot of unemployed. Or a lot of people shortage. I misread that the previous time through, but still. So that should have put the price up for our engines. A little bit, not by much. And we're exporting engines, so... Oh, interesting. We're exporting hardwood, so we can probably swap more hardwood on. I think the lumber mill is a little bit more cost-effective. Nope, not enough. Here, I'm not necessarily swapping a lot every time. But we're swapping some. There we go. See how the trade works out. More might get exported. And it drives the price of regular wood up a bit, which is good to see. Might be at the point where we want to make more grain as well. And then coal demand. We're importing some coal. 2,007, about 7,000 demand for coal. I can imagine that we maybe haven't made the full domestic supply yet. No, we haven't. Wood. These are going to be the more recent takeover territories, so this is sort of subsidizing people moving to those places. Okay. Maximize resource extraction. Was there some lead that I saw there? Yes. Not that there's anyone to work those lead mines, but, you know, we can turn them on anyway. And of course, what I'm doing is not necessarily good for the GDP, because we're queuing up some stuff that isn't necessarily the... Well, making some changes that aren't necessarily good for the GDP. But they're changes that are good for having workers continue to expand the GDP sort of thing. Minus 50% from violent suppression, minus 20%. Okay, the law enforcement hasn't kicked in. The law enforcement takes forever, but we are definitely reducing the negative effects of the turmoil, even if we're not, you know, getting rid of it particularly quickly. It doesn't decline particularly fast. Okay, let's reduce taxes a little bit more. Moving some consumption taxes. I'll give us a few more trees. I am going to want to try to convince people to move into that location, as weird as it may sound. And probably into the Shaw states as well. And then we do need more constructed sectors. Because once again, the private queue is a little full. Might even just do it again. Yeah, let's just do it again. Another 50. Yeah, bouncing around 1.5, 1.6. Compression ignition will help a little bit because that'll increase our RGO extractions. And really get the cars going. Here's compression ignition. I'm going to do radios after compression ignition, and then pneumatic tools, probably an arc welding. Not worried about the rest of them at that point. I'll probably be over to either military or society techs. Probably society techs. Go to the market access down there. Got some more government and dividends efficiency. Stuff that hasn't been handed over to us, or hasn't been privatized yet. Trade advantage would be nice, so on and so forth, yeah. Oh, we got some PMs to change. So over here we got cars. Move over to mass production, which just doubles the yield, doubles the inputs, doubles the outputs. It's basically like plus 100% throughput without being throughput, so it stacks with throughput. I'm not sure if I actually want to swap to diesel engines. I don't know if we got that level of oil. And then these are also things we want to do. We definitely want to compression engine the mines. Start with the oil and lead. See how that kicks in. Okay, handle that absorption, so we'll swap the next one over. Okay, no problem there. And the last one. So that's all the mines on. Russian engine. Could do the railways, I suppose. And also, supposedly we got space for it, so let's do some more of the glassworks. So you know what, I'll just bite the bullet and just do all the glassworks. Unemployment's down below 4 million. Once again, I am at the point where we need to just More construction. Steam omnibus. Our government regulations on mechanically propelled vehicles loosening. More efficient steam engines being developed. Steam powered transport buses have begun to roam Beijing with greater frequency. Yeah, let's take the 5 throughput. Don't see the need to have a consumption tax because I think it's gonna, you know, cost us authority to have that tax. So I'm gonna say no. If I'm wrong and it is one where it's just a free tax, then probably shouldn't on the tax, but don't think it is. And the constructor sectors need to expand to meet the needs of the expanding constructor sectors. Well, mainly the private queues demand for more construction sectors. Up to 1.8 billion. Okay, we got enough construction for the moment for the private queue. Okay, let's revisit. Do we have any electrical shortages? I suspect the answer is probably yes. Yep, some more, because just covering the shortages here, so it's like 6 or 7. A bunch of places. Okay. Goes without that build. So a bunch of those things are price downs, but main thing we need to do is get more oil coming in. I could be looking to getting more investment agreements in foreign countries that have oil production, so I can make more of their oil. And then we're probably going to do another labor-saving round, just to make some more, free up some more people. It'll also raise demand for various goods. Mainly the coal that we're producing, for example. So we've basically saturated our coal production at this point. I can make more groceries. Could make more wheat, to be fair. And could probably get away with just even more construction. Okay. Oh, interesting. I'm at the point where we've got no unemployed people to put in these construction sectors. Okay. Oh, and now that I have the power plant up, I can probably come through here. Say you're electrified. And you can be electrified. No, most of them were. There was just the one place that wasn't. So I'm basically telling that one place to electrify. And that one place would be here. So if we go ahead and click here, we should probably find that there's one outlier on the low power. I say that and find one that is not the outlier I was thinking of, but or maybe it just doesn't need. Well, there basically no one lives there, so maybe it just didn't need that many. Didn't need that much power. No, the railway does. How much are you, like, short? What's your deficit? No, it doesn't really have any deficit. The problem is that there's no one working the power plant. Fair enough. No one's working the power plant. Okay, well, looking at the time, it's probably a good place for me to put a part break in. We're up to 1.9 million. I think we were like 1.5 at the beginning of the part, so we've got like 4 million more GDP going. Standard of living's been shooting up. Population growth, it's arguably not been shooting up very much, but it's definitely up there pretty high, with 11 million people more being grown every year, which is to some degree helping with the GDP growth. GDP per capita is up to 3. The labor saving PMs will help a little bit with that, because that'll free them up from working labor jobs, and then they can find their way into other industries, such as construction. So that's probably what we'll do next time. It's probably time to come through and engage rail transport and steam-powered threshers and factors and stuff like that. And then come through and also do like the rotary valve as well. But that'll be next time. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a put up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break. It's the middle of the stream, so it's time to go make a new cup of tea. So I'll be back as soon as that cup of tea is made. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.